With SE Connect, you can learn a 15-minute comprehensive manual therapy treatment that will set you apart from other massage therapists. SE Connect is the only multidisciplinary platform with practice tools, business tools, and a community of practitioners speaking the same language. Check it out at network.structuralelements.com. As a massage therapist, you know that truly the world's most beautiful machine is in your hands. You help relieve the pain and pressures that hold your clients back from fully enjoying life. The CBD Clinic Massage Collection uses ingredients from nature to deliver strong, effective temporary pain relief with aromatic botanicals and natural emollients like CBD. Our tiered pain products let you personalize your massage to meet each client's needs. Be your client's hero by giving them the massage treatment of their dreams with CBD Clinic. Learn more at cbdclinic.co.
Welcome to the ABMP podcast. My name is Darren Buford. I'm editor-in-chief of Massage and Bodywork magazine and senior director of communications for ABMP.
And I'm Kristen Coverly, licensed massage therapist and ABMP's director of professional education.
Our guest today is Diane Matkowski. Diane was accredited by the Owens Institute of Massage and the Institute for Integrative Nutrition and has an associate's degree in business administration. She's been practicing therapeutic massage for more than 25 years and has been an ABMP member for 23 years. That's incredible. Diane began her business, Freedom Massage, with only 6 clients. Presently, more than 12,000 clients have received therapeutic massage within the walls of her business. She moderates a closed group for massage therapists only on Facebook called the Massage Mentor Closed Group and is co-founder of the newly launched the Massage Mentor Institute. In 2010, she was the official massage practitioner for the women's professional soccer team, the Philadelphia Independents. Diane is the author of the Massage Therapist Guidebook and The Body is Art. For more information, visit freedommassage.com and the massagementorinstitute.com. Hello, Diane. Hello, Kristen.
Hello, ABMT, ABMT, ABMT.
Oh, I love it. We're so excited, Diane, to talk to you today. So thank you so much for joining us. Let's start by letting the listeners know a little bit more about you and your story. So how and why did you become a massage therapist? Or as we like to call it, what's your superhero origin story?
Dun, dun, dun. Well, I have to say, I owe a lot to my father. I grew up in a wild home, to say the least. I know we all have a wild home to a degree. It's our story. It's our place. By the time I was 19, my dad was like, what am I going to do with this kid? What am I going to do with this kid? Oh, my God, get out of the house. Oh, my God, what are we doing with this kid? So he said, listen, you can either get out of the house and go really far away, or we're going to start to hone in on you, Diane. We're going to help you get your life together. And so he said, you can either move away, far away, Diane, get out of here, or you can go see a massage therapist. I think getting in your, honest to God, I think getting into your body, and getting some healing work will help you decide what you want to do and help you move forward. And that is a true story. My dad is not a wealthy man. He's not he's not a guru of holistic medicine. He worked for Pico Electric, and he was dating a woman who was amazing and just had this sense of, she was really wise. And I think the suggestion came from her, and I'll never forget getting that first massage. And I didn't know people think this is weird. And maybe I don't think other massage therapists think it's weird, though. I didn't even know I had a body. Once someone's hands were on me at that, I was like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? And the first time I got a touch that was no expectations, just someone helping me out, helping me feel my calves, helping me move blood through my body. And that's really the very first, that's kind of how it started for me. And so my dad was a huge part of it. And my stepmom was a huge part of that journey for me, that first massage. And that first massage, honestly, I thought it was like some kind of weird once in a lifetime thing that like they figured out and there was no other massage therapist on the planet. Like I thought it was like, wow, whoa, they took me to like this guru, like medicine woman, but she, and that's kind of what it was back in, I was 20, I'm almost 50 now. So it was a long time ago. So, it was a huge experience. And it wasn't until later I met another massage therapist and realized that, oh my gosh, this is something I could do for people. I could give them that experience. I could maybe help them wake up and feel their bodies, and I just couldn't believe that I could have a job doing what someone did for me for other people.
Diane, what was that leap to go to massage school then?
So I was in this point in my life where I was like, what am I doing? I was selling cars. I was in like, what am I doing? And I remembered that massage, but like I said, I didn't really think that people were making a living. I thought she like went to some like crazy Buddhist, Native American, whatever you want to call it, whatever you see as that. I thought she did that. And then years later, I was in a park and I had gathered a bunch of people together, just put it out there. And I met this guy and he said, I do massage. And I was like, you do massage? What does that mean? Because even then I didn't know what that meant. What does that mean? He said, well, I have 3 kids and a wife and I go from house to house and I massage people. That he started massaging in 1981. So he was like, you should, think about it. So he was my first mentor. I spent time with him at his home. He helped me with so many things prior to even going to massage school. Because again, remember when we're talking like 1995, 6, there was no licensing. There was no school. There was no franchise. There was barely barely massage therapists in chiropractors' office. There was no massage. I remember when Rick told me, he's like, hey, maybe we should go to airports and set up a massage chair. That's how like long ago it was, He wanted to charge me to come to his house and learn massage from him. It started to get to that point, and I'm like, what? And he's like, I want $1,500. And I'm like, $1,500? That to me was like $15 million, right? And so I remember his wife looked at me and she goes, what? Are you going to sell cars for the rest of your life? Or are you going to take a chance? Are you going to take a chance? And I said, I'm going to take a chance. Everyone thought I was such an idiot because that wasn't even school yet. I wasn't even getting, that was just a mentor. That was my first mentor, as you would call it now. Before I even went to school, I had a mentor and I gave him $1,500. And I spent 3 months with him and he taught me everything more than I've learned from most people in my lifetime.
Like you mentioned, I think so many of us are accustomed to going the traditional massage school route. And I don't know if Kristen and I have spoken to anyone yet on the podcast who's gone the mentor route. That's fantastic. Yes. I love this.
And like I said, he taught me everything, helped me do business cards, helped me do brochures. And because there wasn't licensing yet, I did even go out on a couple house calls with him. And when I got $50 cash for doing a house call and like being able to express and talk to people with my hands and have them tell me how great I was and then give me money, I was ecstatic. I was like, this is it. I have arrived. I love my life. And I'm going to do this, I'm just going to keep doing this and growing with this. So, and then, I hit a roadblock with that mentoring. It could only take me so far. And I wanted to do more. So I knew I had to go to massage school, complete a program. And then, of course, I had to get some ABMP. Because I had to get the ABMP. I had to become a part of the association. And just so you guys know, Rick, back in the 80s, the early 90s, he was like, you got to go with ABMP. Don't even think about anybody else but ABMP. And
thanks, Rick.
Yeah.
I think we owe him a little stipend or something. It's incredible.
$1,500.
That's right.
So I, that's been my, you guys have been my go-to and my recommendation for all these years as well.
Let's take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors. Anatomy Trains is happy to announce our return to the Dissection Lab in person, January 10th to the 14th, 2022, at the Laboratory of Anatomical Enlightenment in Boulder, Colorado. We are thrilled to be back in the lab with Anatomy Trains author Tom Myers and master dissector Todd Garcia. Join students from around the world and from all types of manual, movement, and fitness professions to explore the real human form, not the images you get from books. This is an exclusive invitation. Email info@anatomytrains.com if you'd like to join us in the lab. Now let's get back to the podcast. Okay, so Diane, you are an independent business owner. So tell us about what was that leap of faith to not only, you practicing, but then bringing on employees?
I'm still not sure about that. It's fun. Like I said, being a massage therapist and being a business owner are two completely different things. I remember I was at my house and I was seeing clients at my house. I was doing house calls. I was doing all this stuff. And one of my clients, I was massaging him and he said, "You know what, Diane, I think it's time to sink or swim." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "How long can you massage out of your house, Diane? Aren't you lonely? Like, what are you doing?" And I really felt lonely. And I felt like I wasn't growing as a massage therapist being by myself. Sure, I was making money and, it was easy and I didn't have to travel because I was at my house, except for when I was doing house calls. But he said, sink or swim. And I just decided I was going to swim and give it a whirl. And I went and I was terrified. I had an associate's degree. I never had a business. So the thought of going and renting a place, I was terrified. But one of the things that another client said to me, because I listen to people. See, I listen. I love listening to people. He said, "Diane, I built my business because when I see a doorway, I walk through it. You got to walk through the door. If the door's there, you got to walk through it." And I have been walking through doors for 25 years and I am uncomfortable, but I keep walking through it anyway. And even here, being with you guys, I had to walk through a door to get on this podcast. And I'm thankful for it. So yeah, I am an independent business owner. I have not taken a paycheck from any other business other than the massage business since 1996.
So Diane, a lot of therapists listening to the podcast also have that really strong desire to expand, but they are nervous. They're still in the shell, hasn't cracked open yet. So what advice do you have for them based on what you learned about hiring that first person and then the second and how that kept growing? What did you learn through that whole experience?
I learned that it's an inside job, that in order to be a leader or a boss, you are constantly working on yourself, constantly becoming more and more humble, constantly trying to become a better listener and a better person and less critical, less judgmental. Open, honest, willing is my favorite. How? I always go, how? I'm honest, I'm open, I'm willing. And I try that. For me has been the greatest thing. And, some people would give you a business plan or tell you got to do this, or first you got to do this, you got to do this. It's an inside job and not everyone's built for it either. And there's nothing wrong with that. I loved working for another company. It was fun. We had a great time, And I think that there are some people who are born to do what I'm doing. And then there's some people that don't want to do it too. I have an amazing staff and it fits their lifestyle.
Diane, you said pre-pod. We had a little conversation on the side. Pre-pod, you mentioned that someone told you were an amazing massage therapist, but terrible at business. So how did you get good at business?
Experience, making tons of mistakes, doing things wrong, wiping the dirt off and doing them again. Saying the wrong things, doing the wrong things, hiring the wrong people, letting the wrong people go, all of it. Every mistake that I've made is what, made me a better business person, and not giving up, not feeling defeated, realizing, you learn by experience. Time takes time. There's no such thing as messing up. If you learn from it, you keep going. Don't give up. There's no messing up. There's no, the more I do this, the more I realize there's not a black and white, there's a gray. And everyone, is on their own journey. And I get to be a part of that for a year. Cool. If I get to be a part of that for 10 years, cool. No matter what it is, I'm just happy to kind of be doing what I'm doing and be a part of people's lives.
The phrase I've always tried to follow is fail fast, right? Fail fast.
I mean, it really is a great thing. Without challenges, you don't learn how to have solutions. If everything was easy, it would be weird.
Okay, Diane, because you're a business owner and we are in the times that we're in, we have to, of course, talk about COVID.
Please.
So tell us about the COVID protocols that you enacted in your business and your whole opening, closing journey during the past year.
COVID took everybody by surprise, and it's something that I never thought I'd see in my lifetime. I mean, you watch TV and you watch some of the crazy shows about the world coming to an end, and they're serious. And then you go through something like this as a business owner, and there's no way to prepare for it almost. There's nothing you can do to prepare for this. We don't have a lot of resources, to go back and look at to find out how to handle this. So we were all a little bewildered. And as the leader of the tribe, I decided, we need to get together on this. I think that my staff, you see, if you got to believe in your staff, you got to believe in their ideas. They're on the front lines. So we decided to get together. They came to my house. We sat around a picnic table and we talked it out. We found the resource of Ann Williams, who does a lot of COVID stuff. So we created a COVID team COVID. And it was Eugenia and Alicia were nominated. So they were like Team COVID. So they did a lot of the research. And then once we got the research, we put together our own protocol. We put it together. We typed it up. We put it together. We used some stuff from Ann Williams. We did this miss and match. And that was a little bit of a process. It was more of a process than I thought. It was something I couldn't do alone, which is why I have a team of people. And then, we created the procedures, and then we did videos. So we did videos for staff, right? So Eugenia, Molly, Alicia, and I went to the office and we did videos, and how you wash your hands, how you change the tables. Some people are very visual. I personally would not sit there. I'm going to say this out loud and read a long list of procedures. That's why I had Alicia and Eugenia do it, because they love to read, right? I know my lesser strengths. I'm willing to admit it. It's the beauty of that's how you move forward. If you're not great at something, it's okay. Just admit it and ask for help. So we did these awesome videos, and then the staff got to watch them before they even got in the office. So they felt like they could see and know what was going on. Then we made videos for the clients. So when the clients were coming, they would know what to expect. They got to see us in a mask. They got to understand that they would be remaining in their cars until we called them in. The door was locked. We would let them in. They would sanitize their hands. We would take their temperature. They would go upstairs. And we even showed them what to do with their mask when they went face down, and then when they turned over, and then when they were done the session. So we did a step-by-step video for the staff and then for the clients. And everyone was so accommodating and thrilled, that they could just sit and watch a video. And I think some clients were like, what am I going to do with my mask? Everyone was very nervous. So I feel like that was a really great way to kind of meet it and make sure everybody was comfortable.
Diane, I'm curious, will you keep any of the protocols that you enacted during COVID, into the future? Yeah. Yes.
I have. It's like a dream come true. The way that I have, run my business is it's old school. We don't have a receptionist. So therapists are with clients through the whole process. Now we lock the door. And before, people would just come in, go wait in the lobby, door locked. I love the locked door. The door will always be locked. You get in the door when you have an appointment. Mask, I have to say, I don't necessarily love them trying to talk in the back office, but in the therapy room, I think the masks are brilliant. I don't mind the mask at all. In fact, I'm like, wow, I really made it a long time, not getting sick. And I love the air purifiers in the room. Oh my God, that is so genius. Why didn't I think of that? The universe thought of that. The universe made us do it, right? So why didn't I do that?
And I think you took it a step further and did something with like your whole HVAC.
We have the whole HVAC. Yeah, the HVAC has ultraviolet light in it. So it's called an air scrubber. So it actually cleans the air going out. So now you're breathing the freshest air that you could have possibly breathed in your entire life at Freedom Massage. And then another thing that I love is people aren't coming in sick. I massage so many people blowing their nose during my sessions.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have the courage to say, no, go to the doctor. I'm not your doctor. So for me, this empowerment of, no, if you're sick, you can't come in. I don't mean to dismiss all the heartache, pain, and suffering. But for our industry, I have not seen this as a detrimental thing. I've seen it as a thing that is causing us to be more professional, more sanitized. I mean, everything's so clean now. I won't talk about the 90s. And I'm thrilled with a lot of things.
A lot of learning happened.
A lot of learning.
Diane, on your site, I also saw that you mentioned on the site purposely limiting communication in the therapy room.
Yes.
That's huge. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I have to say that's another thing that actually has been nice, because what we do is we ask the clients to email us if they have any specific concerns, which, as I had reflected on that further. So when a client comes in, then to present and tell you everything that's going on right in the moment. It's just like if you prepare a little for a podcast, you reflect a little on the questions. Maybe you reflect a little. So now the client, if they're giving you their intake ahead of time a little, and they're sending it over, they're not on the spot. Some people get nervous. Some people don't want to, so they type it in, then they get the ride over too. They get the ride over a couple days to be like, is anything else going? Then maybe it puts them in their body a little bit more even. We see it on our end, and then we can go, here are some things. Maybe I can Google, what is so-and-so doing with the shoulder? So I can even have more information because this person wants their shoulder. So I think it just gives a little more time and allows the therapist to be a little more prepared, and also gives the client, they can be a little bit more reflective themselves.
Absolutely. And all of us, I think, have had that experience where after the session, we think to ourselves, oh, shoot, I forgot to even mention this thing that I've been thinking about for weeks, and then it left my head and my body while I was in there in the moment.
Exactly. I agree.
Kristen and I spoke yesterday because I was so excited because today I'm 2 weeks post-second vaccination. Woo! Hello, world. Hello, freedom. So here is my mistake. I didn't pre-book a massage. So when I went yesterday thinking, oh, yeah, I'm just going to book a massage. Nope. I couldn't find anybody. I was just like literally just going around, whatever 10-mile radius. All of them were like in May. I was like, oh my gosh, this is, sad for me a little bit, but good for the profession and good for all those practicing MTs out there. It's awesome.
It really is. It's a good, I think it's a great time to be a massage therapist.
All right, Diane, we have a hard shift right now. Let's talk about tax season. Yikes. Tell us about an experience you had surviving an audit, because I know for a lot of people, that sounds like one of the greatest fears or one of the most terrible things that could happen. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
I mean, I see, look, I can barely talk just thinking about it. Because you just never think it'll happen to you. You don't think it'll happen to you. You see it on, it's like this entity that you never think you're going to come in contact with. And, back when I first started doing massage, I got my taxes done by a woman who also sold wigs. So it was a much different time in my life, so I've really grown up in that business. So here's what happened was I got a letter. I was like, "Ugh." It said Diane Matkowski, audit, and I almost had a heart attack. I did. I was like, is this real? Is this real? So I called my accountant. He said, it's real. This is real. This is how the IRS won't call you. They'll send you, still send you a paper letter. So I remember when the guy came in the office, he came to my office because they want to come and see if you have things that you say you have, that you have a business, where the business is, what's in the business. So this guy walks in with a little briefcase. I'm sweating bullets, and he puts down his briefcase on my desk, and he says, I want you to know that your chances of being audited are about the same as winning the lottery. So what happens is they do what's called random audits. So they go through and they pick random social security numbers of small businesses. And the reason they do this is not to cause harm. It's to make sure that, at the time, this is how long ago it was, the Palm Pilot was hot. Remember Palm Pilots?
Yes.
So, he was like, yeah, for instance, Palm Pilots, we have to the newest trends and what's being written off by small businesses. We have to get in and kind of do updates on what we're looking for. So that's the reason for the random audits. I didn't do anything that raised a red flag. It was literally just the luck of the draw. So I don't know if people realize that can happen. I certainly didn't until it was happening.
Now, did you feel like your business was up to par, or did you learn things from the audit that you've implemented since?
First, I was like crying. I'm like, why me? Why? I just got started. It was 2004, and they were auditing me for 2001. And I was like, why? But then I was like, yes, I love the IRS. I love my audit man. I love my audit. And I'm not kidding. This is how my brain works. By the end, I was like, yes, audit man. Because I realized that I was going to learn how to set up my business so perfectly, so perfectly that not even the IRS, I was free from the IRS. Free, because all the little things they look for, I now knew. So I knew what they looked for. I knew what I had to do. And I knew that one day, I do some classes on surviving an audit. I knew one day I'd be able to pass that information on to other people. So again, the challenges, the feeling defeated, the victim, the poor me, you can do that. Or you can say, yes, I was audited by the IRS and I'm going to learn. I mean, it was better than any college course I ever took.
Absolutely. And it comes back to exactly what you've been saying. The whole pod is listen and learn.
Listen and learn. It's, and sometimes, you might not hear it the first time or the second time. So the lesson will just keep coming at you. And then eventually you'll surrender or you won't.
Diane, we hate to end the podcast, but we have to at some point. So let's end it by having you share some of your wisdom and passion with our listeners, or more of, I should say, since you've been sharing so much great content already. What does it take to be an exceptional massage therapist who practices the art of massage?
Ooh, I love the word art, because for me, I always saw the client's back as a piece of canvas, and I saw my hands as paintbrushes, and I got to do whatever I kind of wanted within reason. So for me, it was like an art. I got to express myself with my hands. I could explain to someone that their shoulder was tight without saying a word. That was my art. My hands were my art. And I think to be a great massage therapist, one of the things I always share with people is the 3 Ps: patience, persistence, and perseverance. Time takes time. You got to hang in there. You don't just go, boom, yay, I'm an awesome massage therapist. It takes thousands of hours. It takes doing the wrong thing. It takes making mistakes. It takes challenges. And one of the big myths, I thought when I did my first couple massages, when I came out, that there would be people going, Diane. If you're waiting for that, you might get it once in a while, and that makes it worth it. But most of the time, it's an inside job, and you just got to know that every day you're helping change people's lives, whether you see it or you don't. You are.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I do have a chanting crowd outside my front door every morning. Darren, Darren, Darren. I want to thank our guest today, Diane Matkowski, for joining us. To find out more information about Diane, visit freedommassage.com and the Massage Mentor Institute.com. Listeners, the ABMP podcast is produced by the team at Associated Bodywork and Massage Professionals, a professional membership organization supporting massage therapists and bodyworkers. Membership includes liability insurance, free continuing education, helpful reference apps like 5-Minute Muscles, and the award-winning Massage and Bodywork magazine. I work on that magazine. Go to abmp.com to learn more about becoming a member. Thanks, Diane, and thanks, Kristen.
Thanks so much for joining us, Diane.
Thank you.
Members are loving ABMP 5-Minute Muscles and ABMP Pocket Pathology, 2 quick reference web apps included with ABMP membership. ABMP 5-Minute Muscles delivers muscle-specific palpation and technique videos, plus origins, insertions, and actions for the 83 muscles most commonly addressed by bodyworkers. ABMP Pocket Pathology, created in conjunction with Ruth Werner, puts key information for nearly 200 common pathologies at your fingertips and provides the knowledge you need to help you make informed treatment decisions. Start learning today. ABMP members log in at abmp.com and look for the links in the featured benefits section of your member homepage. Not a member? Learn about these exciting member benefits at abmp.com/more.